thank you. Keep it going for Adrian Corwin, everybody. All right. St. Louis, Indiana. Never been. I feel like 7-Eleven needs to rethink their marketing campaign on hashtag Slurplife. Yeah. I feel like their idea of slurp and pretty much everybody else's is completely different, you know? I mean, not that I didn't look it up, I got curious, right? I looked up hashtag Slurplife. And once you know it, not one damn person getting slurped. Yeah, welcome in for that. But my phone did get a virus. Yeah, I got herpes. Got phone herpes. Yeah. Yeah, it flares up once a month, and I don't receive any calls or texts. That's okay. All right. All right. Anti-phone herpes. Okay, that's good. That's great. I went to someone, I went to Clark, I said, hey, can I get a Slurpee? He says, it's self-serve, sir. He basically told me to go slurp myself. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you saw this, but a couple of months ago, somebody in Maine won the $1.3 billion lottery. $1.3 billion lottery. And I always think to myself, when somebody wins that kind of money, I always wonder to myself, what would I do with that kind of money? And now I know exactly what I would do. I would hit a roadside worker. Now let me tell you why. Because the signs practically dare you, don't they? $10,000 if you hit one of our workers. Well, I've got the money now. Hell, I might even hit two of them, you know? I'll tell you exactly who I'd hit too. I'd hit the guy that's watching everybody else do all the work. Yeah. They got the signs, they're like, my daddy works here. Not anymore. He gone. Just saying. I don't know if you saw this, but Gwyneth Paltrow's got a new candle coming out. It's called, it's on her Goop lineup. It's called Smells Like a Ski Accident. I'll let you find out how much of that is true. And then there was a recent interview with Jeremy Renner with Diane Sawyer. I don't know if anybody got to see that, but he was talking about his accident, his snowplow accident in the winter. He said he broke over 30 bones in his body, over 30 bones. We're talking about Hawkeye here, right? But he had a silver lining. He said, well, at least it's not as bad as Black Widow. She died. Spoiler alert, she died. Okay, all right. He also followed it up with, I haven't been plowed that hard since the Boy Scouts. Okay, all right. Yeah, let's stay there for a second. You know, I put my son in the Boy Scouts for a little bit, and they want you to actually be like an active father. It was weird. I was like, okay, what the hell do you want me to do? And they said, we want you to teach a merit badge. Okay, so I looked at their list, and I picked one. It turns out they offer a motor boating merit badge. Problem is, we disagreed on what to teach. Apparently, they wanted me to teach the boys how to operate a motorized boat. Whereas I taught them how to operate their faces in a delightful pair of therapy pillows. You know what I'm saying? Like, not mine. Don't get that guy. I wasn't one of those. Not mine. Just a couple of moms volunteered. It was cool. All right. Hey, welcome in. Oh, yeah. Let's see, dating's been weird. Everybody's familiar with the term ghosting, right? Which ghosting doesn't even make sense to me, because ghosting means that somebody disappears on you, like they don't talk, they're gone, right? Whereas ghosting at its best level is they annoy the shit out of you. I mean, that's what a ghost does on its best level, right? It's always overnight. They're annoying the shit out of you, and at worst, they're scaring you, right? Well, and I always wonder, I hate ghosting because I don't know if I text too much, or if I text too little, or if the other guy just had a bigger dick. I don't know. You know? I'm just saying. Like, I messaged this online, got some good back and forth, you know, everything is going well. We decided, we'll meet up at this place downtown, you know, we'll have a good day. And then the day of, like right before, she messaged me this long message. It said, I feel like I need to tell you before we do this. I am in fact married. I have 4 children, and we all still live together. But I want you to know that I'm going to leave my husband because he's not a good husband. And he's a horrible father. And I was like, 4 children? Ghost? Now I know what that's used for. That's right. I pulled it from my tool belt. There's the ghost. Okay, you're right. I should have still gone out with her, I guess. Okay. Very empathetic. That's good. That's good. I met with this other girl. We met up for drinks. And she was like in her mid-30s or whatever, and she was telling me, she said, I feel like I need to tell you, I've only ever dated black guys. I was like, okay, that's fine. Well, I feel like I need to warn you then, that just like the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to come up a couple of inches short. It's what it is. Oh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I need to tell you a little bit about my younger brother. I love him. It's my youngest brother, and he's an idiot. He's missing a couple of chromosomes, maybe not inches, maybe a couple of chromosomes, something. I say that because he's 40 years old, he's 40, and he's trying to convince me to do acid for the first time. Acid, yeah. It was crazy, because the only thing I'm tripping over is my gout, right? Yeah. You know, and it's not that I'm against it. It's like, I think there's just some things that at my age, I shouldn't be trying for the first time. Like, for example, I'm not going to take up skateboarding tomorrow, okay? Right? I'm not anti-skateboarding, and I'm not even anti-acid. Or antacid. I just think the risk-reward is, like, way against my favor, right? But I got to tell you, he called me later, and he said, Chance, I got to tell you, man, I really regret doing that acid. I was like, well, good for you, you know. You're curious, you tried, you learned from it. He says, no, man. I still think you should try it at least once. I thought, well, how stupid is that shit? That'd be like if Kurt Cobain came back from the dead and started doing commercials for Mossberg shotguns. Am I right? You're right, I should take it further. That'd be like if Alec Baldwin started promoting the NRA, am I right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not against it. Look, I've gotten high before. The gummies and stuff. I always have weird thoughts on gummies, though. I'm not gonna lie. I have just some stupid ass thoughts, and I'll share a couple of them with you tonight before I go. One of them was, is Jeff Dunham really into fisting? I mean, it seems obvious to me, but I mean outside of the puppets. You know, like, does he take his work home? You know, does he make her into a puppet and do noises? Does he do like the... Okay, y'all aren't high right now, I guess. Okay, I was. All right, here's another thought. Superman's got a dog, and his name is Krypto, which is named after kryptonite, which is weird to me because kryptonite is something that can potentially harm or kill Superman. I think that's just really weird. That'd be like if my uncle had a dog named Alcohol. Yeah. Specifically McCormick Vodka. That'd be a weird name for a dog, I think. You know? Or in the past, it'd be like if Lou Gehrig had a dog and named him, Lou Gehrig's disease, that's right. Yeah. They didn't even see that coming. Or, you know, it would be like if Kurt Cobain had a dog, right? Yeah. And named him Courtney Love. That's right. We all know she did that shit. We know she killed his ass. All right. I'll leave you with this. It's working on some jokes at my brother's house and went ahead and somehow threw out the word pussy. And I didn't realize, but my 6-year-old nephew was in the room. My 6-year-old nephew was there. And he stopped what he was doing. He looked up and he said, Uncle Chance, that is a really bad word. I said, you know what, you're right. That is a really bad word. I'm sorry. And he said, but the C word is worse. He's 6. He's 6. I was like, well, do you know what the C word is? He says, no, it's just really, really bad. I said, okay. Well, where did you hear the C word from? He said, my friend Lincoln. I was like, Lincoln? Isn't he supposed to say like 4 and shit like that? He shouldn't be saying the C. I was like, does your friend Lincoln know what the C word is? He said, no. He just says it's really, 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 really bad. I said, okay. Well, hey, can you do me a favor, please? Next time you see Lincoln, can you tell him to stop being a cunt and to stop teaching other kids the C word? All right, I'm Chance the Fuego.